Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to another video. So lately I've been playing this new role-playing game called Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And this is a relatively difficult game, but I've had a blast with it, and I found some really cool steps that you can take early on in the game to give yourself a really good head start in what is, a relatively difficult game. So starting out, the way that we're going to get a bit of a head start here and get some groschen in our pocket, which is this game's currency. And this is pretty much as soon as you get out of the tutorialized part of the campaign, you're going to end up in a city called Truskowitz, and you're going to be here at Stockades, and there's going to be this lady on the side of the road. You're going to want to go talk to her, and as you go through the dialogue options, she will then eventually give you a lockpick, and we're going to go move on to the next place where we're going to go use that lockpick. But first, we're going to walk up to the bailiff here, and we're going to want to talk to him. He's going to give us a bit of news. We're going to ask him what's new, and we're going to want to go through all the dialogue options, but to save time, I'm just going to do this one. And he's going to give us a clue about some nearby grave sites that we're going to go rob later on. So we're going to do that. And then, right away, after talking to him, after clearing up all his dialogue, we're going to go and steal from him. So we're going to go take that lockpick, and we're going to come over to this door up here, and this is his, like, private chambers, and we're going to lockpick this and take everything he's got. This is kind of tricky. Even though it says easy, it is not easy your first time doing it. So this might take a few reloads, might take a few attempts to get it, but basically you want to find the sweet spot here where the ball is lighting up, and then you click D to rotate the lock, and when you want to follow with your cursor to keep that ball lit up in that spot. So it's actually pretty difficult, but I'm going to try my best here not to fail it. Let's see if I can get it on the first try. I've gotten a little bit better at this over playing more of this game. Oh, I got it on the first try. I'm lucky. But yeah, that is not an easy feat to do. That might take you a few attempts. But you're going to come in here and you're going to close the door. And no one really comes up here, so you're pretty safe to start stealing things. So first of all, we're going to grab here the Art of the Sword. This book is going to allow you, when studied, to give some more sword skill, which is really important. And of course, we're going to take everything of high value in here, including this jug. You can open up this box here, and this is going to have 50 groschen. That is the in-game currency. That's going to give you a really good head start of currency. And then we're going to rob this closet here, and you're going to get a bunch of random hides, pelts, and clothing that you can then sell later. Now, the way that stolen items work in this game is they are considered stolen in your inventory, and you'll see a red hand next to them. But after a certain amount of time passes, certain amount of days, or if you travel to a new city that you're not acquainted with, then sometimes the vendors will not know it's stolen anymore, and you'll be able to sell it to them as if it was not stolen. So you'll have to maybe wait a little while, but you could also just use some of that gear because it's probably an upgrade over what you have. So I'm going to steal everything here that's ready for the taking, and this is going to give us a great head start now with 50 groschen and a bunch of stuff that we'll be able to sell later. The next step here, after doing this, is we're going to go and talk to the vendor now. There is a vendor just down the road here, the next building, and we are going to finally trade with him to make some more money. And we're going to buy something very important here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click P again, because you should have some skill levels here. And we're going to take Charming Man. If you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher, because we want to gain reputation with this merchant so that he'll give us better prices. So of course we're going to want to take this. Next, we're going to have a point here in speech, and we want to take Silver Tongue, which gives us a better speech bonus at haggling, which allows us to either buy things for cheaper or sell them for more. We're going to want to take that. And those are the only two that really matter for this merchant here. But also, you're going to want to now finally equip some of your items. And the quality here shows kind of like how kind of much reputation you're going to be getting. You can see down here some of the stats that you're getting. But basically, you want to put on as much of the gold equipment as you can, because that is going to make you look more like a noble, and you'll get a better reputation gain when talking to the merchant. So we're going to put on all this equipment here. So now we look kind of, esteemed, like an esteemed citizen. And we're going to talk with him. And basically, we're going to go through all the dialogue options here. He's going to have a lot to yap about, but we're not really worried about what he's talking about. We're going to get to the trade window here. And there's a few things you're going to want to buy straight away. And the first thing, actually, that's really important here is the spade. This costs you like 7 groschen. You should have enough for that. And then you can go ahead, if you wanted to, start selling off some of the items that you don't plan on using, or you have duplicates of, like, you have multiple shirts. You're not going to be wearing multiple shirts, and just sell some of these off to make some more money. Also, you might want to buy some more lockpicks, or to get the weak savior schnapps, which is how you save in this game. You drink it, and it allows you to basically save wherever you are. Otherwise, you'd have to save either by quest objectives or by sleeping at an inn. So we can buy some of that. I'm not going to do that now. But then the next step after you get the spade is to go down to the gravesite that we learned about from the bailiff earlier and put this spade to use. All right, so once you reach this site here on the map by the graves, we are going to go ahead and we are going to rob both of these graves. There's going to be 2 of them. One here, and then one behind me. I look absolutely disheveled right now, but that's okay. We're going to change that soon. And we're going to get an axe, a shield, and some more armor stuff, some more like clothing. And then there's another grave here, which we're also going to dig up. And this is just more loot that you can then go sell or use yourself if you want. This one will have a really nice shield that you can use, and you'll get a mace and some other stuff. And then from here, you can go back to town and you could sell this off if you want. But the next step is actually, we're going to head due west to a town up here. It's kind of hidden by the fog right now. It should be right here. All right, and this is where we're going to come to a town called Zhelov, and we're going to come to the Zhelov Wagoners Inn, and we're going to just come here, and if it's still during the daytime, we are going to go ahead and wait until it's in the middle of the night. You want this to be around 2, 3, 4 a.m. In the exact middle of the night, and we're going to run through the town here, and we're going to come over to this gate down here, and we're going to jump over the gate, or jump over the fence here, and we're going to follow down into this ravine here underneath. It's going to go underneath one of these bridges over here. And this is very important because there is a merchant that is basically unprotected, unguarded, and he lives under the bridge. And he has a lot of loot for us to get a really good head start in the game, a bunch of money and stuff. So we're going to come over here. He should be sleeping. And we're just going to go right behind him, crouch, and then we're going to knock him out. We're going to click F here and knock him out. And you should be relatively safe. There's no guards or anyone down here that's going to see this. So we're just going to knock him out, and we're going to steal everything he's got. And because he's a merchant, he's going to have a lot of stuff. As you can see, a lot of stuff. You even get some keys. You get 96 more groschen. You get some cool dice that you can use in the dice game. You get some badges to use in the dice game, and a bunch of random stuff that you can sell. And we're just going to take all of it. And then also, right next to him here, this is very important, don't forget this, there is a gold badge, and these gold badges are very hard to find in the game, and these will allow you to do the highest level of gambling at the dice gamblers. So we're going to want to make sure that we grab that. And then there's also some other items here that you can take if you want on his display. All right, so now we're going to head back into the town after pulling that little stunt. And we are just going to wait for daytime. You shouldn't have anyone on your pursuit. No one should know about you knocking that guy out because he was by himself. And he probably won't even know. He'll wake up and not know what the hell happened to him. But we're going to wait until daytime now. And then finally, we are going to have the option here to play a dice. And this guy in this town, he is capable of doing the highest level of badge gambling here, all the way to King's badge. And you should have close to 180 groschen right now. If you don't, you got a novice badge, and you also got a knight's badge from that vendor we just stole from. And you'll be able to gamble and play against them to win these groschen here. But then you'll be able to do eventually the King's badge gambling for a total of 180 extra groschen. So now we're going to want to play him in King's. And this is going to allow us to basically bet that gold badge that we stole against his gold badge and have a chance to win 180 more groschen. And the nice thing is the badge that we stole is actually a very powerful one. It gives you, here if we read it, it gives you the ability to use 1, 3, and 5 as kind of like a combo which will give you points, and it's a total of 500 points. And that is really easy to get, especially since we also stole an odd die, and the odd die tends to roll 1, 3, and 5. So we're going to be using our odd die and the Paris badge of advantage, and we're going to be, fighting this guy in dice here to try and win those groschen. And this game goes all the way to 8,000 points. It might take a while, but as you can see here, I've already gotten the 1, 3, and 5 combo here for 500 points. As you can see, it's very easy to get. And then we're going to re-roll again to try and get more. And I got lucky here, and I actually cleared all my dice. So the way that this game works is there's a two-point counting dice that are singles. There's the 1 and the 5. The 1 gives you 100 points, and the 5 gives you 50 points. And then if you get multiples, 3 of each of a kind, it'll be equal to 100 times that number. So if you get 3 5s, it's 500. If you get 3 6s, it's 600. If you get 4 of a kind, it then doubles that number again. So if you get 4 6s, it'll be 1200. And there are also some combos. 1 through 5 is a combo, and 2 through 6 is a combo. But now, because we're using the Parish's gold badge here, we are also getting 1, 3, and 5 as a combo that I got here at the top left. And that's giving another 500 points. And that's a very easy way to get a consistent 500 points almost every single turn. So it shouldn't be too hard here to beat this guy. All right, so now that we have about 400 groschen, we're going to want to put that money to use and be able to buy some things that are going to help us out. So the next step is we're going to want to head up north here to the next town up here. And this is where we're going to find a blacksmith who is going to put us to work, give us a bed to sleep at, as well as sell us some really nice equipment. All right, so once we've reached the town of Tachov up north here, we're going to come to the blacksmith, and he's going to give us, a quest, and he's going to talk to us a while. But we're just going to want to trade with him now. And so I'm going to hold Alt, and I'm going to click Trade, and we're going to be able to use some of those groschen that we should have by now. So this is a later save for me, but you should have about 500 groschen. You can maybe sell some of that stuff that you've been looting up until now. And then also he is selling some really high quality weapons. You can buy yourself a nice knight's longsword if you want. He also sells some plate armor, and you can start putting some of that 500 groschen to work. Another step you can take is coming back to Traskowitz now, and there's going to be another gambler here at the inn who you can gamble with. And you should now have a pretty good tin as well as a pretty good silver badge to use to fight this guy. And we're going to be gambling to win those against him in the novices and the knights contest. Now, in total, by doing this strategy, you're going to have like close to 600, maybe more, groschen, especially if you can gamble against these dice players and run them completely dry of all they've got. And that's going to give you a really good head start in the game. This is not a very easy game, so getting a bit of a head start here with some groschen and some gear is going to help immensely. And of course, you could cheat and whatnot, but I don't like doing that. I think it ruins the experience. So I like to find cool ways to get a lead in the game and get ahead by just using the game mechanics as they're meant to be. So stealing some stuff, knocking a guy out, taking all his loot, gambling and bleeding all these gamblers completely dry of all they've got, and then going from there. But yeah, anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you guys out and get a really good head start in Kingdom Come. This may be not the best way. I only played the game a little bit, but these are some of the things I noticed and I wanted to share with you guys to help you guys out. And hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, peace.